have no light at the airport, and I have to fly back within the next 10 minutes.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu was in Jos yesterday to console or commiserate with the bereaved of the recent Jos attack. But what even made his visit to Jos was his first utterance, telling the people, the bereaved families, the aggrieved Jos residents, that they have no light at the airport. To start with, was it at the airport the incident happened? Was he supposed to address these people at the airport? Most of these victims were, this bereaved family, most of them were transported to the airport to meet with the president, and he said there is no light. So here is a video of a president telling Nigerians in the build-up of the 2023 election that if he did not give us constant light, we should not vote for electricity.
By all means necessary, you must have electricity, and you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise made will be a promise kept. If I can't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me. That's the truth. Unless I give you adequate reasons why I couldn't deliver.
To even make the matter worse, he called Jonah Jang, former governor of Jos Plateau, to speak, to show that he supports his government. The man came and talked about politics. That people want to sabotage Tinubu's government, but they are not going to succeed, and Tinubu will win re-election. Can you imagine?
Ahmed Bola Tinubu, GCFR. Welcome to Plateau State. We still believe we are a home of peace and tourism. And by the grace of God, we shall continue to be. Mr. President, I want to confirm, joined the Bongom Jos and our executive governor on this special request that we should meet you in Abuja, and we'll be able to talk heart to heart and find real solutions to these problems. I went through it, Daria went through it, Lalong went through it. The fact that, again, it is stemming, it has started trying to leave the villages to get again to the township. It's a dimension that I want to say. Your Excellency, I think some people want to sabotage these coming elections. And by the grace of God, will not allow them. You are doing a fantastic job for the nation. And some people think they want to spoil it at this last tail end of the first tenure. By the grace of God, you'll come back to accomplish the work.
I have no light at the airport, and I have to fly back within the next 10 minutes. To you leaders, I've had this. To the victim, there is nothing I can give you, whether money in billions, but console you and promise you that this experience will not repeat itself. I take, for example, Favor Roda. I know the pain. I see how on the video You head on to ayuba, and the pain and agony in your heart. But it's only God. It's only God who can give you joy and comfort. No amount of money can pay all of you back. Yes, as government, we will try our best to comfort you, to work with you. The best solution is for just to be just. The one that people like us grew up to know. Please have your seat. I salute all of you leaders. But I've had the experiences of the past. Why is the past not a source of lesson for us? I've listened to John, I've listened to Washington, I've listened to Nachawu, I've listened to the governor. Governor, you and I were elected on a promise of peace and prosperity, not to comfort and create widows and widowers. To bring prosperity as a promise, to bring inclusiveness as a government, to share the hope and aspiration of everyone, to lead our youths. And if they are represented here, let me give this assurance. I don't want to be here commiserating and consoling. I want to be here to establish peace. Leaders who have received us, who had accommodated us politically, I brought the symbol of this cap to break the shackle of violence, shackle of ignorance, shackle of poverty, shackle of hopelessness. We must break it together. I thank the men and women of the armed forces, particularly the police, for what they are doing and what they are about to do. You must unearth and find the killers. I'm glad IGP is here. I'm glad COAS is here too, Chief of Army Staff. I'm glad the Minister of Defense is here. our dear leaders. I've been to Jos. I've enjoyed Jos in those days of peace. We've held our political activities here. Yaya Kande, I'm glad you are still alive. We thank God for you. Thank you. I used to point to your house where we spend the night, where the leaders, both the leaders of our politics, where I was active as a young man. You accommodated us. You opened your doors for us. Then why do we build a division? Our promise then was progressive development, improved standard of living for our people. Not to bury, but to develop. Immediately we returned to Abuja. The committee, as mentioned, you increase the number of leaders, including Atawe, the governor, and the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs. The minister, thank you. Come see me, take numeric analysis. You are a data person for the victims. Let's see what we can do. For their losses, we cannot replace in human beings. But whatever we do to give them minimum comfort, we will. Thank you, Bosun Tijani, the Honorable Minister, for communication. Is here to give you assurance we are going to install immediately a network of cameras that will help the law enforcement agencies to identify the troublemakers instantly. Over 5,000 built up network, but soon you can yield some time and give the assurance, because the time is flying. If I keep talking, we will miss our way, and you don't have accommodation for us.
So, just like in Benue, Tinubu, for 2 consecutive times now, have failed to meet with bereaved victims at the center of the attack or at the center of the whole thing. So, how can you meet the bereaved victims at the airport? Let's even not talk about the airport. Was he even supposed to be telling them that there is no light at the airport, that so he needs to leave, after 10 minutes or within 10 minutes? Can you imagine? No emotion, no affection. That's what is coming from the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. To even make matters worse, somebody, former governor of Jos Plateau, is politicizing the whole thing. I don't get it. I don't get it, seriously. And even former governor was interested in going to Abuja to have a heart-to-heart talk. That's what he was busy talking about. Yes, he was clear by telling the woman that there is nothing he could do, only God could console her, but he could provide security. He has promised 5,000 CCTV cameras. How many months or years will it take for it to be effected? Because we are seeing the speed of implementation in this country is so slow. He has made wonderful speech, nice speech. What will be the action afterwards? He said the experience will not repeat itself. Is the bandits aware? Is the Boko Haram people aware that the president said they will not attack again? They will not keep people again in Jos. They will not abduct people again. So it's so sad. We've seen the video of the woman, speaking to her dead son, telling him, baby, stand up. The woman has buried her son. Promise. Her only child, only son. A promise to her from God, and that promise has been taken away. How can this woman be consoled? How can this woman be consoled? A gathering that was supposed to bring total consolation, the president is talking about light. And if you have watched the video to the end, you hear the president saying that we have to go, you not make an accommodation for us. Was the president supposed to make an unprepared visit to these people? Because you are not actually going the day the event happened. It's almost like 3 or 4 days. So your visit to the place should be well prepared. President made just 10 minutes visit, as he called it. This is embarrassing. It's so bad. I was so disappointed, despite all the good things he said. But the beginning of it and the end of it didn't make sense. And the people on ground were laughing. He didn't make accommodation for us, and I see people laughing. And I'm like, how did we lose it to this point? So it's everyone in this country should just be praying for God's protection wherever you go. Because with what we have seen so far is unbearable.